An ignorance of means may minister to greatness, but ignorance of aims make it impossible to be great at all. Meaning, even if we are deprived of quality or disconnected from means, circumstances, advantages, from the cruelty of society by external situations, outside conditions, and other people's arbitrariness, hypocrisies, barriers, etc., then also we can fulfill our goals, meet our ends, actualize our desires, demands, expectancies that we've always had for and from ourselves for a life of meaning, significance, success, reputation, status, anyways. And obviously, we can realize our aims, intentions, purposes, aspirations also if we have that level of grind, drive, purpose, greatness, willingness within ourselves, and also if we believe in the God's powers and gifted abilities and universes, talents that we already have been given because of poverty, because of rejection and betrayal, and many other bad things in our lives, then we can become great. If we can turn inward, then we can find a retreat from the constant menace, mayhem, insanity, rejection, opposition from the external world, outside conditions and societal premises, and the other people's judgments and arbitrary opinions about ourselves are always going to be there. And there's nothing we can do about to stop or to shut the other people's up because that is impossible. People are always going to say something or another about ourselves, and particularly if we have authenticity, groundedness, solitude, critical thinking into our lives, if we are onto something great, unachievable, distinct, sovereign to our lives, then we will face more and more criticism, opposition, judgment, condemnation unnecessarily than the others ever will, who have already given into slavery, jobs, 5 to 9 schedules, and obligations and slavish actions, who already have conformed to, signed up for, and dwell in stupidity, conformity, arrogance, pretense, conformity, and success, hostility at every step of the way, because all those things are ultimately aimless, insignificant, conditional, and transitory, anyways. So, obviously, it's not the lack of means that prevents us from achieving greatness, significance, distinction, differentiation, sovereignty, individuality into our lives, but it's the lack or absence of willingness, grind, drive, purpose, clear headed thinking, transparency that will starve us of our goals, that will provide us with disadvantage, and we won't be able to meet our ends, purposes for lack of grind because of ourselves, because we are the only ones who can reject ourselves. Only we can betray ourselves before the others. So obviously, it's not about the lack or ignorance of means, but it's the ignorance of or lack or absence of aims, purposes, dedication